you, Mr. Chairman. So one of the things I've talked about a lot as a member of this committee is the importance of basic and applied research funding. Early stage research is critically important as a foundation for our nation's ability to develop new technology, and it pays off many times down the road. But too often, early stage research can get overlooked. For example, while the total RDT&E budget grew by 51% from fiscal years 2015 through 2020, basic and applied research funding was essentially flat. And the department's FY21 request for S&T funding was actually 0.5% less than it was in the year prior. So my question is to our military officers, and I'm just going to start with a simple yes, no here. Do you all agree that basic and applied research is critically important to our technological advantage? And let me just start with you, General George.
Senator, yes.
Good. Admiral Shelby?
Yes, ma'am.
Good. Thank you, Admiral Selby. And General Pringle?
Senator, yes, emphatically so.
Emphatically so. I like that even better. Thank you. University-affiliated research centers, or UARCs, play a pivotal role in basic and applied research. Now, I can't ask the Air Force my next question because the Air Force doesn't have UARCs. So, General George and Admiral Selby, do you agree that UARCs provide the Army and the Navy with a good return on investment and are critically important to your service's R&D goals?
Senator, yes, and I just, if I can elaborate, MIT Institute for Soldier Nanotechnology is a great ecosystem for us that combines soldiers and our academic institution and has promising outcomes.
Good. I'm glad to hear that.
And ma'am, from the Navy, I'm sure you're well aware, we have 5 UARCs. They all have some very unique capabilities. They support us from everything from R&D through in-service support of our sailors and Marines across the fleet. So they are critically important to our success as a force.
Good. Well, I appreciate that. I hope our Air Force witness heard that. In addition to helping accelerate our research and development goals, UARCs also play an essential role in the broader economy and in the defense industrial base. Since 2002, you raised the research at MIT. The Institute for Soldier Nanotechnologies, or ISN, has led to the creation of 28 successful small businesses. That's 28 new businesses that are hiring workers right here in America. Unfortunately, the ISN has seen its funding decrease from $9.5 million in 2014 to $4.4 million in 2021, and will potentially drop further to $3.9 million in 2022. So, General George, briefly, can you tell me why the Army has been steadily cutting funding to the ISN?
Senator, the Army has been equally funding at this point across the 4 UARCs that we have. And so it's a leveling of the resources that go to each of the UARCs. We have one in California and one in Georgia Institute of Technology as well. And so it's a part of the balance as we look for all innovative approaches and the ecosystem that we have with our universities.
Well, I understand you're balancing, but my understanding is you're cutting ISN funding overall. And look, I get it. You need to make difficult choices in your budgets. But I have 2 concerns. And one, that the Army is neglecting an important research area in nanotechnology while it's chasing other priorities. But as you know, research at the ISN has directly contributed to each of the Army's 6 modernization priorities. And then second, basic and applied research more broadly is the seed corn of our technological advantage. If the department fails to properly tend to this field, we will find ourselves with nothing to harvest, far behind our competitors on the technologies of the future, technologies that we don't even know about today. So I'm going to continue to push for DOD to fund more on this because I think it's important. So thank you all for being here, and thank you, Mr. Chairman.